Hello. Back in 2012, there was a man running for president, and 2012 was going to be his year. The issues were on his side, the youth was on his side, and the mainstream media was against him. Establishment politicians were against him. And the third time was going to be the charm for Ron Paul, of Ron Paul. And not only was Ron Paul going to be elected, but the message of Ron Paul was going to be elected. Civil liberties, injustices in the justice system, undeclared foreign wars, treating others the way you want to be treated, reforming the taxes, auditing and ending the Federal Reserve. You know, these things were actually on the table to speak about openly and to vote on and to elect into the White House. And in the beginning, Ron Paul was on his way. He had enough. And when he was given 90 seconds in that televised debate, that was his moment. That was the moment to seize upon and say, look here, you know, not only is the establishment running scared, but the people, the grassroots, are running joyful. You know, they're doing the exact opposite of what the establishment is doing. So you can tell what I'm saying is true. But it crumbled. It fell apart. It just burnt up into ashes. And the Ron Paul campaign is lost to history once again. So what happened? You know, how could somebody set up to win lose so amazingly? Well, the people behind Ron Paul got distracted. Ron Paul got distracted, and they made the name Ron Paul a brand. They branded the image of Ron Paul and put his name on bumper stickers, on pins, on yard signs, on t-shirts, anything and everything that the name and image of Ron Paul could be put upon and sold, they did. And not only were the people behind the scenes of Ron Paul distracted by the brand Ron Paul, by the name Ron Paul, by Ron Paul, but so also were the people in front of the scenes, the people with the yard signs. They got distracted and made the campaign about Ron Paul and not about civil liberties and undeclared foreign wars and problems in the criminal justice system and the war on drugs and that whole corrupt military-industrial complex machine. You know, that lost and the establishment won. And nobody's talking about Ron Paul these days, but we're talking about civil liberties, you can be damn sure. We're talking about undeclared foreign wars. So don't get distracted, okay? Injustices anywhere is injustice everywhere, okay? George Zimmerman is a distraction. Humans are violent, and people other than Trayvon Martin die in worse ways every day, okay? Getting worked up by a name or by images flashing on the television screen when the mainstream media tells you to get worked up, that's evidence of brainwashing and control that the establishment can use or not use at its will. And that's not a good sign. That's not where you want to be. Stick to the issues. The issues is not gun control. It's not race. These things are also symptoms. Humans are violent. And whether it's through guns or rocks or spears or swords or weapons of mass destruction, humans are going to be violent towards other humans. That is an issue. Humans are ignorant. Humans are afraid. Those are the issues. Stick to the issues. You want to do something different and actual change? Stick to the issues. Don't be a Ron Paul supporter or a George Zimmerman and get distracted. Thank you.